A thread by Christopher Rufo. I've obtained explosive new documents in my investigation of Sandia National Labs' white male re-education camp. New whistleblowers have revealed a culture of racial hostility, intimidation, and division that has, quote, endangered their work on critical weapons systems. Last week, Sandia held a new thought work session for about systemic racism for 3,000 employees. According to one attendee, speakers claimed whites have exploited African Americans, must pay reparations, and must battle racism locally, nationally, and in the workplace. According to one senior weapons engineer, when my initial investigation broke national news, Sandia executives locked down the video of the training session and deployed counterintelligence teams out of concern that, quote, disenfranchised employees will become insider threats. Multiple lab employees told me Sandia executives send them a constant barrage of critical race theory-inspired content, trainings, and documents, and demand that white males in particular confront their, quote, microaggressions, unconscious bias, and white privilege. Stephen Gearens, the chief engineer for nuclear weapons, attended the white male re-education camp at La Posada Resort and later sent a staff-wide email claiming that white males are the dominant culture, unconscious of their biases, and must change their default mindset. Last year, Sandia Labs implemented a new policy that managers must conduct gender and minority reviews and include a woman and a minority in all job interview panels and candidate pools. If they do not comply, they must report this failure to senior managers. According to multiple sources within the lab, white men are regularly denied promotions based on their race and gender. In one instance, a senior engineer alleges that his colleague scored the highest in an official review, but was denied the job because of diversity mandates. My sources also describe Sandia as a toxic workplace that has adopted critical race theory as its default ideology and will punish dissenters. One senior engineer says, many Sandians are not aligned with the racist re-education taking place, but they are terrified to speak up. This development is astonishing. For years, skeptics argued that critical race theory was limited to academic journals and campus meetings. But now it has perpetuated itself in the hard sciences and within our nation's top nuclear weapons laboratory. This is a red alert moment. Luckily, following my investigation, Senator Josh Hawley has launched a probe into the disturbing practices at Sandia. He notes that the lab receives $3.76 billion in annual taxpayer funding and demands that executives provide answers. Here's the bottom line. I encourage the White House to immediately issue an executive order banning all critical race theory trainings in the federal agencies. Critical race theory has no place in a nuclear weapons lab or anywhere in the federal government. And finally, here is my message to Sandia Labs executives. I am preparing a Freedom of Information Act request for all of your diversity documents, materials, and videos. If you attempt to conceal them, I will bury you in lawsuits. I am everywhere. I am relentless. I will not be denied. Thank you for listening, and remember, Planet Fitness likes to violate the civil rights of disabled people.